My old man Steve is jealous of my obsession with Prince Andrew. So jealous that he's sulking for England. There, I've admitted it. My name is Tara and I am obsessed with Prince Andrew. It's a healthy obsession. I'm not hurting anyone, am I? I mean, some people eat too much or drink too much or smoke or gamble or look at porn. Prince Andrew was my first crush. We're about the same age. Actually, I think I might be a teeny bit older. It's a year since I've seen him up close. But I look him up on the net all the time now I've learned how to do the computer. Steve says I should just piss off with Randy Andy. That's what he calls him. Randy Andy. Very original. Well, Randy Andy and I have quite a lot in common. We both have 2 beautiful daughters. I don't see that much of mine these days. Once in a blue moon when we Skype. Last week, I changed my profile picture on Facebook to one of me and Prince Andrew. All wrapped up in our winter woolies. I think that was the last straw for Steve. He went ballistic. "You're making a right twat out of me," he said. Going on and on about his workmates, ribbing him about this scandalous picture of me and Prince Andrew. But it's not like we've got our arms round each other. We're not kissing or cuddling. He hasn't got his hand on my bum. Steve's a hypocrite anyway. He's got his obsession. I mean, I don't say anything about him and his weather girl. I mean, it doesn't worry me. I admire the woman. Won't catch me having a tantrum over his pin-up. Look, I married the first man I went out with. Steve Foster. 2 years later, we were blessed with the twins. And now there's not a lot going on in my sad little life. Talk about tumbleweed territory. Well, I'm quite big at Greg's. But, that doesn't fulfil me. I still need him. He's my hobby. Yeah, but Steve has to begrudge me that. My one little pleasure in life. My purely platonic relationship. Prince Andrew's the most beautiful in his family. Well, that's my opinion anyway. No, his brothers definitely don't turn me on. Prince Andrew's the dreamboat. "You're a fucking fanatic," Steve shouted at me this morning and he banged his door on the way out. Yes. So I have several cuttings of him on my dressing table. The way Steve goes on, you'd think it was a blooming shrine. Look, if my prince turned up at the door right now and asked me to go and live with him in a fairy tale castle, I would refuse. Steve would be gobsmacked to hear me say that, but it's the truth. Just imagine it. Prince Andrew is posh, regal, and I'm down to earth. I like my ready meals. I should think he's more of a pheasant man. Only yesterday I saw him in the tabloids. He'd been snapped by the paparazzi coming out of some swanky restaurant with some sex kitten. Delilah Devine. That slut's always in the paper. Sounds like a bloody drag queen. I know it sounds daft, but when I saw him and Delilah Devine smooching, I felt like he was cheating on me. I have written to him several times. He wrote back once, just the once. Oh, I was so excited when I saw that duck egg blue envelope drop onto the doormat. On Valentine's Day, of all days. I was a bit disappointed when I saw that he hadn't written in itself and it had been typed by someone else. I mean, I made the effort to do my very best handwriting. Oh, I even bought Basildon Bond and a calligraphy pen from Ryman's. My efforts still look crap, but that's not the point. I made the effort. And I didn't like the fierce tone of the letter. Please refrain from contacting my client, Andrew Prince. If you do not stop bombarding him with dubious fan mail and gifts, I shall have to report you to the police. Yours sincerely, Mark Ralph. Mark Ralph is Andrew's stuck-up agent. Well, I never think of him as Andrew Prince, because I always called him Prince Andrew when we were at school. He was the only black pupil in our year. I always knew that clever Dick was destined for higher things. Not like Steve. My husband is a vile racist. He hates all Asians and all blacks. I truly adore Andrew's ebony skin. I used to stick up for him at school when the other kids used to verbally abuse him for his dark colour. He looks like a younger Morgan Freeman. You'd think that alone would be his passport to better roles like Othello, but no. Even though he is ignoring me, his old classmate from Hazelwood School, I still absolutely love Andrew Prince. And I wish him all the best in his career and his life. He was a wonderful arsonist in London's Burning many moons ago. And he's a fantastic astronaut in that ketchup commercial on TV. No, he will get bigger roles one day. I know he will. In fact, he's opening in a play next week. It's a dark comedy thriller called Topsy Turvy Autopsy. Andrew's one of the dead bodies. It's in a room over a pub, and I have got a front row seat for all 15 performances. Oh, I can't wait to give that dead body the kiss of life.